Welcome to topic 7. Now we're going to be talking about nursing management roles in healthcare. So what is a nurse manager? There's a wide variety of nurse managers that are available in the healthcare setting, and some of their roles don't differ greatly from other roles and other management roles in other industries. So everyone needs to be doing governance, decision making, human resource management, planning and organising, and controlling the work environment as well as the people within it. Now we're going to look at some of the qualifications and experience that you might need to be a senior nurse manager. So let's think about the qualifications. There's a wide range of qualifications that people might choose to undertake. This might be a graduate certificate in management, perhaps a Master of Management Health Management, or even a doctorate or PhD. But in the hospital sector, the nurse managers generally have a wide range of experience. There are many things that they need to be able to do in their role. And let's think of an after-hours manager. An after-hours nurse manager needs to be able to coordinate theatre if there's an emergency case, needs to be able to manage in-ground emergency as well as emergencies external to the hospital. And they need to be able to have a wide range of experience to ensure there's adequate staffing, adequate skill mix, and have an excellent level of communication. Now we're going to have a look at the Director of Nursing role. This role is in charge of a whole hospital and has a great deal of responsibility. Some of those roles include facilitating professional partnerships, workforce attraction, recruitment and retention, education for training and staff to make sure that they have adequate skill and knowledge to be able to perform their role, professional development, clinical information systems, ensure that everyone's complying with legislation and regulations, practice development, and a best practice environment for nurses and midwives to work in. They are ultimately responsible to the Chief Operational Organiser of the hospital and the Ministry of Health. The next level of manager we're going to look at is a service director or a service manager. They might oversee a service like the midwifery service or the emergency service. So they have a wide range of qualifications, might include a Master of Management or other management qualifications. They are responsible for the budget, human resource management, and ensure a smooth operation of the service. In some cases, the manager will be across multiple sites, and they must ensure that there's evidence-based practice happening in each of those sites. There is a high level of responsibility for the service manager, and this will attract a higher pay bracket. The nurse manager is another level of manager within a hospital sector, and we touched a little bit on the roles of an after-hours nurse manager, but we're going to talk about that a little bit more. So an after-hours manager's responsibility include ensuring there's enough staff for the whole 24-hour period, and they'll also have to coordinate theatre. If, say, for example, a woman comes in who's birthing and needs an emergency caesarean section, they would need to be able to scramble staff to be able to cater for that. Same for if someone needs an emergency appendectomy or even a ruptured ectopic pregnancy. So they need to be able to know where to get those resources. Other problems might exist. So for example, in an emergency, there might be a very violent episode or a violent family member that comes in. They need to be able to deal with that situation, sometimes liaise with police. Where I used to work, we used to get people from the jail. So we need to know that there was enough security. And so there's a wide range of things that these nurse managers need to do. They need to be able to look at budget as well and make sure they're not calling staff in unnecessarily. So these people have a wide range of experience, so they know what to do in different situations. Now we're going to look at the nurse unit manager. They are responsible for the unit that they manage. So think of the emergency nurse unit manager or the surgical nurse unit manager. They're responsible for staffing, budgeting, and day-to-day operations. So they must ensure that their staff budget fits into the overall budget of the hospital. They will ultimately be responsible to the service director or the manager, and they'll need to have excellent communication skills so that they can manage their staff as well as family and patients that come through the unit. Now we're going to have a look at the team leader role. The team leader is usually someone who's a permanent member of staff and they're responsible for that unit. They make sure that shift runs smoothly, ensure they have enough staff, as well as the delivery of care to the patients is of the highest standard.